Client Cortnae is going to reveal her story on how she overcame the struggles with multiple business models, including Walmart automation and even her first 2 YouTube automation channels not quite working out. But with our help, we were able to help her get her 3rd channel fully profitable, making over $3,000 per month in completely passive income. And she's well on her way to earn multiple 6 figures with her channel and potentially a YouTube Creator Award just like this one in the next 10 months. Everyone, so we have our client Cortnae here from Cashflow Channels. She's doing an amazing job with her channel. I would say, and she's going to tell her story. I won't tell too much, but she's had probably the hardest time, but also the greatest comeback story. So Cortnae, introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about how you got started with YouTube automation as a business model.
Yes. So like Ryan said, my name is Cortnae, and I got started probably last summer just because I wanted to figure out how to make money online in an easy way where I don't have to put in that much work. I was researching a lot of things. I researched publishing, which it was just really complex, so I never fully got into it. I researched Walmart automation, which was a disaster. But whenever I researched like YouTube automation, it seemed like an interesting business model. And I wanted to research a little bit more, and I saw your training, and I also saw the testimonials, and I was like, well, it seems legit, but I never actually knew who you were. So I researched you.
Wow.
And when I researched you, like I saw some good things, but then I saw some negative things. I wanted to research the negative stuff. And so I was like looking at videos like Ryan Hildreth Exposed, and I wanted to see the dirt that I could get from you. But even despite, those negative like reviews or whatever, when I saw you and another guy doing an interview, I was like, he seems harmless. And then I scheduled a meeting and with your wife, and she was just the sweetest person. And so I was just like, I feel good about it. And also like when I looked at like the Facebook group that everybody's commenting, and I saw like after the training different, just the coaching calls that we can just kind of look at, like if we missed any, people were getting real results. So I decided to just give it a try. And after 3 attempts, it was good. Like I will say that, so I started a channel that it started to take off, but then I made mistakes along the way. And then I did the same thing with the second channel. But one thing that I learned through the first 2 channels was I need to go back to the drawing board, and I need to just focus on the course, because I would start off like doing what you said, but then I would do things that seemed right, or things that would make sense to me or make sense to others, but it wasn't what the course said. And so once I got back to the basics, I rewatched the course and I did exactly what you said the 3rd time around, and I followed it to the T. It made a world of difference. And I was telling you, I thank God, I thank you for the course. I'm so grateful because, now I'm making over $3,000 a month.
Congrats to that. That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. And there was a lot to unpack in what you just said. Like that was kind of your whole journey summarized up. So we're going to kind of dive deep into that.
Okay.
Very interesting. So exactly, like I didn't even know you like researched me before. I didn't know like you weren't following me before. So and I agree. That's what everyone should do. They should research the good and the bad, because I think you should see both sides. I would say I'm pretty harmless.
No,
so,
harmless.
But that's awesome.
And I appreciate you because like, you followed up, with your text messages, reaching out, checking on the channel, just seeing how things are going. I can contact you anytime. And, whenever I would just have any questions, you literally would do everything in your power to help me. And that's what I knew. One thing that separated you from the other business models that like I would try to get into is just like, if something went wrong, they would just be like, tough luck, like not my problem.
Yeah.
But you're just like, listen, you can do it. I know it. Like, it's going to work out. Let's just have faith. I believe it. You're right around the corner from it. And it felt genuine, and it really encouraged me. So thank you.
Awesome. Awesome. So you tried Walmart automation, which is pretty interesting because I think some of our clients a lot of our clients actually have done like Amazon automation, drop shipping, Walmart. So kind of what do you see as different? Kind of what are some of the challenges with YouTube versus Walmart automation? But what do you like? How do you differentiate them? And why do you think YouTube automation has worked for you versus like Walmart automation, especially right now in these times?
Yeah, with Walmart automation is extremely risky. And actually, like within less than a month after that huge investment, like it was shut down. The Walmart was shut down and we had to migrate over to Facebook. And so like I wouldn't recommend it. It's extremely risky. And I mean, while you don't do as much work, it's just like the investment, the dollar amount of the investment is like 3 times or 4 times or as much as like the course that I purchased from you. So it was just like way too expensive, but like your course was more affordable. Like when your wife said the amount, I was like, oh, that's it. And I was like, is there a profit? Like, no. I was like, oh, okay, well, great. So yours is just more affordable of an investment. So for me, I was just like, well, even if, nothing comes from it, it really wasn't anything that would really hurt my pocketbook. So, I would say that, but also what I like about yours is just, it's very simplistic. Like it's just basic ABC 1, 2, 3. Like you don't have to have any experience with YouTube, any background knowledge of managing teams or anything like that, because the way you explain everything in the course, it's a lot of information, but you break it down so that anybody can do it and be successful easily.
Very nice. Yeah, no, for sure. And that's kind of how we try to position it. Just that, someone that's a complete beginner can come in, or even with experience can come in and kind of figure it out. It's very step by step. So I'm glad that we were able to do that for you. Yeah. So wow, like so you had not 1, not 2 channels, but this is your 3rd channel. So tell us about that. What were some of the feelings you were feeling like at first when it wasn't working out, and why did you continue and push through to the 3rd channel and finally make it work?
Yeah. So the feelings I was feeling was discouragement. I was so discouraged. Like, the reason that it didn't work out for me, like I'll take full ownership, is because I deviated from the course. That is really like when I pinpoint the reason for both channels, it didn't work out. It's because I tried to do something different that I thought made sense that would work. But I felt extremely discouraged and I actually wanted to quit. I actually reached out to you and it was just like, I have this last attempt. Like, I'm going to try this one last time. And if it doesn't work, like, I just don't know. And I was just extremely discouraged, but what made me push through was because, just looking at everybody in a group during our weekly coaching calls and just seeing everyone's testimonies, and I know it works. Like there was no doubt in my mind that the process works, because my first channel where when I didn't make any mistakes, I was seeing growth. So there was no doubt in my mind that it worked. I just needed to make sure that I did the right thing in order to get it to work for me. And so through just much prayer and just like rewatching the course and just making sure I follow every step to the T. That's basically what I did. But you also encouraged me a lot, because when I was discouraged, you lifted my spirits and let me know that, you were going to do everything in your power to get me there. And you did many things to like really help me and also encourage me. So I do thank you for that. But yeah, that's how I pushed through it now. I mean, it's successful. Awesome. And I can't be happy.
Yeah, definitely. And I see your channel growing. I mean, your channel's growing super fast. Revenue is going to keep climbing up. There's only more money going to be spent on YouTube for advertising. And I know, because I'm spending money on YouTube advertising. So I'm sure that money is going back into people's pockets that own channels. And it's awesome to hear your story, just kind of pushing through. I guess what is one thing that you experience differently with cashflowchannels.com versus other programs you've taken? Differentiators, I guess. Where do we stand out, and how can others, benefit from that?
Well, the first thing is the weekly coaching calls. Like with the other ones, there was no coaching calls so that we can interact. Like maybe, I know with the Walmart automation, there's nothing, there's no communication except for through like Skype, but even through the publishing, they're like, they communicate, but, and I guess you can communicate through a chat, but like this is more person to person, like this Zoom call like we're having right now. Yours is just more simplistic. You know, we can go through your course a lot shorter, a lot quicker, and really get the meat and potatoes of what we need. And with yours, it's just, all you have to do it like really after you set everything up for the first time. That's the biggest thing, like going through the training and following the steps through for the training. That's like the most that you'll ever truly have to do. Everything else is just, you know, just those minor things that you just have to make sure that you keep in place throughout the process. So I would just say yours is just more simplistic. It's more affordable. And I like the community and the coaching calls that we can take part in and be encouraged, and also get tips and tricks and just best practices to just continue to see those that growth.
Awesome. Yeah, I love the coaching calls too, because I learned so much from you guys, like
Right.
just chiming in with some of the things you've been learning too, because it's kind of like a mastermind really, because I've learned probably more from you and other clients than I have like just on my own, just kind of like masterminding. So I really like the coaching calls too. Cool. What would like be one or two pieces of advice on the top of your head you would give to someone starting a YouTube cash flow channel or YouTube automation, like to be successful with it?
I would say, do not make the mistakes that I made. Follow the course completely. Do not try to be creative. Do not try to be unique. Do not try to be different. Just follow the course exactly. And I would also say that it is a good investment. And before you actually get started with you know, releasing your first set of videos, I would just say rewatch the course, because it's very easy to, you know, go into the course and have the mindset of, okay, like I see all these testimonies, people are making thousands of dollars every single month. I just want to, you know, watch the course on 2 speed. And I just want to get all the information I can quickly and post videos quickly. Don't do that. I would say watch it at regular speed. And then before you release your first videos, watch it again and just make sure that those little things you didn't miss. And just as long as you know, have that checklist of just those little things, everything in the course, you really will be successful.
Awesome. Great. Yeah. I love those pieces of advice. I mean, it's true. It's like, because even we talked about this too, like off camera, like I had to go back and rewatch my own filming, because it's like sometimes we deviate so far off because we're, you know, we feel like, oh, we know everything. And then we come back to the program. We're like, oh, never mind. There's some things like, that's why, you know, that's why I call it foundations, because those are the foundation principles like that you need to follow. Right. So, that's awesome. How many channels do you plan on just scaling this one, or maybe starting a couple more? Or I know you already had two prior that you had to kind of let go and just work with this third one, but do you plan on scaling it, or is this something to where you're just going to like focus on one, build that cash flow, and you're cool with that, like use that to fund other projects?
Yeah, I think for me, I'm good with where it is right now. Like right now it's doing more than 3,000, and at the rate that it's going, like, you know, I know it is going to continue to scale. So for me, I'm good. I'll use it for this and also for other projects that I'm looking into. But I love the course. I'm again thankful for you. I'm so grateful that I came across the course, because it has been a blessing to me, and I'm finally able to see the fruit of it. So thank you.
No, for sure. It's awesome to have you in the program, Cortnae. I mean, like, it's so, like, I feel like this space is so male dominated. I'm like, let's get some female entrepreneurs in here. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
so it's cool to have that. I mean, like, that, you know, it's great to have you a part of the program. And, yeah, I mean, what do you have like a specific goal? Like, okay, do you even care about getting a YouTube creator award for your channel? Is that like something that is in your mind,
I
or?
don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care. I can get an award. I mean, I'm not really a trophy person. I don't really care. I wouldn't be
For sure.
surprised though, like within the next year at the rate that my channel was going, I wouldn't be surprised that, you know, if I did get to that place. And so if I get it, it's cool. But, you know, as long as the money is coming in, that's all I really care about.
100%. Yeah, that's what that's kind of same here. Same here. I mean, your channel's growing by how many subscribers on average per month?
Well, I would say 8,500.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, you'll be there in a year for sure. It's just a matter of time. That's awesome. Awesome, Cortnae. Yeah, thank you for like sharing your journey, everything you've been through. I mean, you've tried other business models, Walmart automation, you've invested there, you've done it all. You know, this is not your first go around. And some people I think are a little nervous, maybe it's their first go around. I guess what would be your piece of advice for someone who's tried multiple things, and then, you know, maybe thinking about getting into this?
I would say give it a shot. I truly am an honest person, and I wouldn't lie or steer anyone wrong. I would say that it's definitely worth the investment. It's really not as great as an investment as like other programs that are out there, and you learn so much, and you're also with a group of people who also are headed in the same direction as you, and you can be encouraged by them and also learn from them as well. So I would just say, just give it a shot. I would say at least like at minimum, you know, watch the training video, see what you think about it, schedule a call with Ryan or your wife, and, you know, just at least give it a shot, like, you know, learn about it. I don't think you'll be disappointed. And again, as long as you follow the course exactly, like I have every confidence that you'll be successful.
I think that's the best advice. I mean, follow it to the T.
Follow the course. Follow it.
I know, it's true. And, you know, I'll leave it off with this, like the last thing too, like with this space, I think it's so, like when I look at the grand scheme, it's so undertapped because just like with Amazon, Walmart, like you have a lot of sophisticated, you know, people going into these markets with capital, this and that, where YouTube is kind of like this land of like, people think, oh, it's just gamers and kids, right? Making videos, but there's some money to be made.
Yeah, definitely. And I had never even known anything about like this particular niche. And so like, it was all new to me. Yeah. So yeah.
That's awesome. That's great, Cortnae. Yeah, I'm sure your story is going to inspire so many people, just like, you know, because it's hard. It's not easy. It's definitely not. If I'd be lying if I said, oh, this is easy, you could just make quick cash. It's definitely not like that.
And the reality is you may try with the first channel or the second channel, and maybe it won't be just like me. Maybe it won't be profitable, but try it again, you know, change the channel name, and just with the mistakes that you learn from, or just the tips and tricks that you learn from, just put it into practice with every channel. And eventually you're going to find some gold.
100%, 100%. YouTube gold. Well, thank you, Cortnae, for you know, sharing your experience with us. It's a blessing to have you in the group, inspiring others. And yeah, we'll probably have you on for another interview when you have, you know, who knows, maybe another 2 channels that are crushing it, right?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Definitely. Cool. Thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it. And I appreciate this course. I thank God for you. And I love the community. And I'm grateful that you were able to use your gifts to just inspire others and help others to make money online.